Boys, today we have every single UFC champion, including interim champion. I do not have the BMF champion, just strictly undisputed champion in each weight class. We're going to be ranking them from 1 to 9, going off of, fight style, build-up wise, character, all that stuff. How excited am I going to be to see their next fight? We're just talking about the champions, not what their next future fight could look like. Strictly just a champion themselves. I feel like this list is going to be pretty unanimously agreed upon. Maybe a few things changed up here and there, but for the most part, I feel like majority of people semi-agree with these takes. With all that being said, I might be completely off. You guys would have to let me know in the comments below. But start it off. Number 9. Unfortunately, I would have to go with just Pantoja. Just suffers with being in the smallest weight class in the world. Doesn't have the biggest name value, not that much hype around him. And for the most part, we saw what it was like having Pantoja as the headliner of a pay-per-view. Everyone was pissed. Nobody cared. And it was, in a lot of people's mind, one of the worst pay-per-views we had this year. But Pantoja, unfortunately, doesn't have much name value behind him. Has been a decision merchant as of recently. And yeah, I just don't think he probably has fans. Actually, I don't even know if this dude has any fans, realistically. I think it just has to do with a combination of, not really being that promotable, fight style at the very end, because it can be fun to watch Pantoja fight at times. But I think the biggest thing is, flyweight division. Flyweight division is just not very entertaining unless you're like Brandon Moreno. But even then, let's go down the 8th guy on this list. I'm thinking real hard, but it has to be Merab. Honestly, I might have to switch these two up just because I fucking hate Merab's fight style so much. And yes, I'm going off my own bias. I don't care. This is my own video. If you have a problem about it, make your own channel and make a video. But I might have to switch these two up. Just Merab's style, especially now, everyone is hating on it. I think I'm switching them up. Merab's style is garbage. Any fight you have with Merab instantly makes it 10 times worse just because of that style. We saw everyone hating on Mario Batista. Now just imagine that as your champion, because that's pretty much what Merab is. Plus this dude is juiced up to the gills. There is no way a natural human being can go for as many takedowns as he did on, was it Aldo or Peter Yan when it was 50 takedowns? That shit is unnatural. This dude's on all the sauce. And yeah, USADA approves because, USADA's not here anymore. But I had to switch these two up. Just the only thing that Merab has is, it's not even the build-up wise, because build-up wise is pretty trash too. He just has these cringy skits that 90% of the UFC audience don't like. But let's go to 6 and 7. 7th guy on this list, it has to be Belal. Belal, he's just a better version of Merab, to be honest, build-up wise and fight style wise. I mean, yeah, he was piecing up Leon Edwards in his fight, which is crazy to say. So yeah, he has the hands. So, and the worst part is I think we're gonna see Belal as champion for a while. I don't think he's losing the belt for a minute, but I have Belal at 7th. He's again a better version of Merab. That's the best way you can describe someone like a Belal Muhammad. Build-up wise, maybe build-up wise is about on par with each other. Fight style, I think Belal has a more entertaining fight style than Merab. And yeah, deserves that number 7 spot. Let's go down to 6. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, I'm not gonna lie. Number 6, because to be honest, the rest of these guys are pretty good. But I think this might be bias, and this shit is also recorded ahead of time, so I'm recording this before UFC 309, so I have no idea how John Jones versus Stipe goes, but I'm going to put John Jones as number 6. You guys have to remember, John Jones was never that big of a pay-per-view draw. His fights were never really all that entertaining, I'll say 90% of them, especially as a champion, they weren't that entertaining. You can pick a handful of very entertaining fight of the year type of fights for John Jones, but through the grand scheme of things, no, especially recent MMA, recent champions, I can't put him above some of these other guys. And that could change at UFC 309, but this shit's recorded ahead of time. Your boy has to get a bunch of content prepared because I'm leaving town for a week, so I gotta get this shit ready so I don't leave you guys here stranded. So number 6, Jon Jones. Number 5, then. This is crazy, because from here on up, they're nothing but like fun, exciting guys. But number 5, I'm going with Tom Aspinall, the interim champion. Only because, he could be up a little bit higher if he promoted himself a little bit better, if he had a better, post-fight press conference, stuff like that. That's this kind of stuff I look for to see. Like, can I put you up to the top 5, top 3 type of deal? And yes, with Tom, it's always ending with a finish, so it's exciting there. So I'm putting him number 5. There's no disrespect with that, but other than that, every other guy on this list, they get finishes as well. So just because you're also getting finishes doesn't mean you automatically get bumped up. So number 5, Tom Aspinall. Now number 4, I'm struggling with. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm gonna have to go with DDP, to be honest. DDP, same thing with, he's just a better version of Aspinall in a sense of, yes, he also gets finishes. It can go into a war if it goes to the decision. He also promotes himself way better. This boy is undefeated, undisputed in making his opponents cry, which no other champion can say, which is an insane stat. So has to be number 4. His win over Strickland, the second match, if he does get it done, maybe we can bump him up again. As of right now, he's a 4th spot, which, to be honest, against all these other guys, even some like legends like Jon Jones, shouldn't be complaining. Let's go. The top 3 now. Top 3, I don't know where to put these guys. These guys all could switch, like, from number 1, 2, and 3. They can all switch around. But again, we're going to put some bias in here now. I don't know who to put. Like, I'm struggling right now. I don't know. I think we have to do here. I'm just gonna put this here like this, and we'll move it around because I'm debating between these two. Number 1, Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira has some of the most aura in the UFC. His fights are always stupidly entertaining to watch. His Khalil Roundtree fight, I swear, every single person watching that, we were all on the edge of our seat the entire fight because we knew that it doesn't take much to finish someone when you're Alex Pereira. And Khalil Roundtree having some success in that first, second round. After that, Pereira starting to take over. And once he started to take over, you knew it doesn't take much more. And granted, Khalil did way better than everyone expected. But regardless, one of the best champions that we have in the UFC, purely just to watch. And, the press conferences, they could be better. I'm not really complaining that much, but I have him as number 1. 2 and 3 is where I'm struggling to put these guys. I think I'll do Makhachev, then Ilya. I'll put some respect on Makhachev for having more title defenses, but these two are neck and neck. We need to see these two fight each other, to be honest. This would be the best fight you can make, champ versus champ. This would be the biggest fight you could make in UFC right now. Mark my words. And I do think we'll eventually get that, but Ilya Topuria, the only reason he's not number 2 is he's just too young. He doesn't have as much title defenses, and Makhachev, I'm just putting that respect on Makhachev for having those title defenses. And build-up wise, I guess you could put build-up wise, Topuria might be a little bit better, maybe a lot better. I think I'm switching it up because build-up wise, Topuria clears Makhachev like no problem. Fight style wise, honestly, in my opinion, about the same style wise, and how excited I am to watch that. But the build-up, I have to give it to Topuria. And yeah, that's my list. You guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments below, because I feel like this is a pretty unanimously decided list. If I see a single person saying, what are you talking about? Merab should be top 5. Bilal should be top 5. Pantoja top 3. If I see any one of you guys saying that, automatically blocked. I don't want retards watching this shit, because I don't want to see no dumbass comments like that, because that just shows that you're brain dead. Maybe you're an inspiring UFC fighter as well, and you have a little bit of that CTE, so maybe we cool down on those comments because they're just objectively wrong. So this is my list. Let me know in the comments below your guys' list. I'm thinking if I had Max Holloway here, where would I put him? Max Holloway probably right here above Dricus, I would say. So move everyone from Dricus down one spot, put Max right here. I think that's what I would do. But yeah, that's my list. Quickly look at this shit too. 99% of you guys are being a bunch of hoes and not helping your boy out. I'm on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers, so help me out. I've been grinding, putting that work in, pumping out that content. So the least you can do is help your boy out. Subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you never miss any of these rare videos. And yeah, boys, there's really not that much else left to say except for I will see you guys in my next video.